Hello everyone, this is Ricardo Rodriguez, and this will be my video for the demonstration of an exploit for CIS 5372. So what I'd like to go over with you guys today is actually how to crack or find an associated password from a hash. And the way I'm going to show you guys that is using a tool called Hashcat. So Hashcat is a free open source tool that's available here for anyone that might want to follow up on this after at hashcat.net. And essentially it will let you provide an input of hashes from a variety of different algorithms. There has a bunch supported here. And given those hashes, it will attempt to crack them and find the associated password using a variety of different attacks. Today we're going to keep it simple. We're going to use MD5 and we're going to do a brute force attack on a simple MD5 generated hash. So to download Hashcat, you just download the binary here on the website. I already did that ahead of time so as to save a little bit of time on the video here. And we're going to go and check out that directory right now. So I downloaded it on my G drive, so I'm actually going to change directories really quick. Alright, so I'm in the directory, and I'll show you guys really quick what we have in here. So in this directory there are two files that were not included. By default it would be cracked.txt and hash.txt. I added these, and essentially hash.txt is where I'm going to insert my list of hashes, right, my MD5 generated hashes. And crack.txt is where Hashcat will actually be placing the results of the crack. And if it was successfully able to find a password, it would be stored in crack.txt. So let's go ahead and generate a password, or a hash for a password, right? So we'll keep it simple so that the algorithm isn't, or that the tool isn't running too long now today. ABC123. And this is using MD5 hash generator. You could use a variety of ways to actually generate your hash, but this was just a very quick and simple way to do it. So for ABC123, MD5 generates this hash. We're going to go ahead and go into hash.txt, as I stated earlier, place it there and save it, and then we're going to go back over to Hashcat and actually run the command. So to run the brute force attack for the given hash that I just inserted in hash.txt, this is what you're going to enter. You're going to start with hashcat64.exe. I'm going to run the 64 executable because I'm running a 64-bit OS. Dash MO. Dash MO indicates which algorithm you want to check against. Obviously, if you don't know the algorithm, then this won't work, or it would take longer to figure out, right? Dash MO stands for, it means we want to use MD5 dash A3. That's telling Hashcat which attack type you want to use. A3 is brute force, but it does support other types of attack, such as dictionary attacks and such. Then you're going to type dash O cracked.txt. That's telling it where to put the output, crack.txt, and hash.txt. That's going to be our input. You're going to press enter, and it's going to go ahead and run. It should be fairly quick here since it was a simple one. Yep, there we go. So you can see our status here is cracked using, we were going against the MD5 generated hash. This was the hash. And we can actually go over to crack.txt now and see what the output was. So let's go check that out. So crack.txt, what do we have in here? Here's the hash that we provided, and here's the password that it found. So very quick and easy. That's essentially how it works. So a few things you need for this to work, right? You need to know the hash, and you need to know which algorithm, right? And that's content for a different video, but a real quick example I could give you guys is hackthisSite.org. It actually has a lot of good tutorials on hacking and such. And this tutorial in particular, this website, it shows a vulnerability where the site owners actually exposed a hash by accident. So there's a tab here called database. You can see they have a section for a password, right? We don't know the password, right? But if we actually check our console here, we may be able to get a little more info on what we need. So we go in here and we can see it's posting to something in the secret folder called admin.php, a server file. Just using, you know, basic directory browsing, we could try and get to the secret folder. So if we go here, we try to get to secret, we're there. We can see that admin.php file, right? Obviously it's going to tell us invalid password because we didn't provide any parameters. But there's another file here that's been exposed, admin.backup.php. If you go here, you can see they showed us some information that maybe they shouldn't have. It's a hash. If once we have this hash, if we're able to find out which algorithm they're using, we can run that through Hashcat, run a brute force attack, and find the associated password possibly.